Hey guys, welcome back to what I think is actually going to be the last set of the night between these two players. As already mentioned, Revolution did forfeit his match versus Smile, allowing Smile to advance almost to this match, the Lazarus final, and the winner of this will advance onwards to the round of 8, joining Spear. First contender for that prestigious spot is the Yellows down in the bottom spawn in Binary Research Station from Infinity Gaming Pro Team, Hunta.
And his opponent in the top corner, on the top spawn position of Vani Research Station, also vying for that top 8 spot, playing for my insanity. It is Smile. I always love that little My Insanity, I don't know what to call it, the emote. It's not an emoticon. What
Like kind of ragdoll thing?
The symbol. Yeah, the symbol, the ragdoll. I thought it was cool.
Kind of creepy.
Yeah, it is a little bit creepy, but it's My Insanity. We're going to see a Reaper Fast Expand coming out of Smile. Very, very common. Not like the one we saw out of Spear last game where he actually didn't Reaper Fast Expand. Now, I kept saying that and then he didn't, and I just keep thinking he Reaper Fast Expanded. But for this, I like Hunta. Definitely... sorry about the second. Definitely getting his overlords in the nice position, like I think they really should be, versus Smile.
Yeah, I think so. Pretty much the same kind of positioning as he used last game, although he's actually going a little bit less kind of off course with his.
He's not as worried, is what I was.
He's not. Yeah. He's
like,
he's just doing the like cursory safety glance around, being like, yeah, there's no proxy barracks here. It's fine. Yeah. Everything's fine. I'm fine.
Yeah, after you scout the barracks on top of the ramp, essentially, if the barracks isn't there, something's going up, because there's no other play unless they're doing CC first. If they're doing CC first, you're going to throw some links at them or go for a third yourself anyways, so really you're okay in any situation where you find that barracks. Reaper poking up, seeing what it can see. It does look like Smile spotted literally everything in the base right now. Actually not the natural though, so it'll be interesting to see whether Hunta can actually deny that. I mean, you kind of assume it, but that'll be interesting. As you were saying, when we say he scouts everything, he doesn't know he scouts everything.
That's true. That's true. But, you know, these players are also good enough to know that know what's there by what's not somewhere else. Yeah. So he knows, like, from what he's seen in Hunter's base, there's like 300 minerals unaccounted for, and it's probably going to be down the map, especially in the drone transferring down there. Oh, doesn't manage to get a kill.
Oh, he barely not lose one. I don't remember what player it was. There was a Korean player one time. But you know how you just said, like, he'll see there's 300 minerals not there? Like, he went into a base and it was like 530 or 525 minerals are not, or no, it's 550 minerals are not accounted for. Like, go in, like, they were just asking him, like, to analyze the game. That he was playing only from his perspective, and he was legit, like, straight up, like, the exact amount, like, this is not accounted for. I don't know where it is, it's somewhere.
I think I remember that. I think I remember something like that happening, but I don't remember exactly when. No.
Yeah, it was just kind of funny, because he was, like, literally, like, the exact number, and they're like, yeah, that's where it is, and he was like, that's just how good he was. He was like, there's something not here, and it's this, like, this exact amount he should have.
Yeah. It's, I mean, when you get that good, you're that good. I don't know.
Yeah,
I wish I was that good though.
Yeah, we both wish it. We both wish it. Trust us. 3 queens at the top of the ramp for Hunta. Nothing's going to get into his base anytime soon. Even though we will see Hellions coming out of Smile, it will be not denied at least into the main.
Yeah, it looks like. But actually, there's really not any anti-air out for Smile. So Hunta. It can actually he goes in with this Overlord, scouts, and then just strolls straight back out, because he there's nothing to kill the Overlords. He can come back in with it whenever he wants. And I mean, he got a really nice scout off there, so there's going to be he's going to know about the Banshee. There's going to be Spore Crawlers up for that. He obviously knows about the Hellions. He's going to be ready for that.
Going for later too.
Yeah, all looking pretty nice for Hunta. Did he see the 3rd CC though?
He did.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he actually did originally when it was being made, I believe. And also, just from Smile, actually, His second refinery only went down after the Banshee came out, so I'm really surprised by that. It seemed to be quite a late guess, because at first I was like, he's going Banshee, but well, I mean, like, I don't think he can afford that. But Smile actually is poking into the natural, but 4 queens should be able to deal with a few transfuses. But yeah, it was kind of strange. He seems to be a little bit low on gas at the moment.
Nah, 1 gas Banshee is usually just like no cloak, and that's basically exactly what we saw.
Oh yeah, you're correct. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so the Viking coming out is really nice as well, especially given that Hunter has shown a bit of a propensity to spread out his overlords, as players I want to do. So Smile should be able to get a solid amount of damage done with this Viking. Definitely being cost efficient. There's like 5 or so overlords it could get. We'll see. And a bit of scouting.
Yeah. Always a little bit of scouting.
But looks like it's had a little bit of story. Oh, 1 kill. It's just taking a lot of damage. Okay.
Yeah. Left-hand side, Smile having a very nice position, just because going into the third base, it's so easy as any race, just because you do have a line of sight blockers. Smile, I like the Reapers in the front, that they will take any of those the Baneling damage, allowing the Hellions to get that nice little area of effect damage to get in. Still just poking in, but I mean, he can't do much here. He's got to be very careful. He may actually even overextend if he keeps doing that, but he will be pulling back. The third base is moving out for Smile right now and actually won't be able to land for another minute probably, just because of the creep.
Yeah, that'll be tough. Especially considering there's still not really much in the way of there's 10 Marines. I guess he's got that going for him. And the other thing is, it looks like Hunter has clocked that this is going to be a bio style as well. But I like the way Smile opens up very similarly for his bio and for his mech, because it makes it that much more difficult. You can't go like, oh, well, Smile's going Hellion Banshee, and I know when he goes Hellion Banshee, he goes into his mech style, and when he goes just straight up Hellions or a Hellbat push or something, he goes into his bio style, and that's just really nice. It's kind of stylistic thing by Smile, I guess.
Yeah, good. By the way, also just a very nice scan by Smile, actually scanning the entire main of Hunta. Seeing Spire, I mean, you pretty much know your opponent is doing that, but just confirming everything for him right now. He's in a nice position detail-wise. And still, those Overlords, a couple of them taken out, and there is one Overseer near the main, but right now, I don't even know if he really needs to go into Scout. He pretty much sees what he can see. But right now, for Smile, a little bit worried, only because he is at 0-0. Well, Hunta is starting to get 1-1. Actually, sorry, they're both getting 1-1. Or no. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, 1-1 just finished. I looked up at Smiles, and I saw 1-1 for a second, then it went away, and I wasn't sure if it was 1-1 or something else.
Well. Yeah, no, Smile has finished his 1-1, and that is way ahead of Hunter's, and that's really, really good as a Terran player.
Yeah.
You typically don't expect to have an upgraded launch until 3-3, but Smile has secured it very, very early here, and he's going to push forward. A lot of Hellbats with this army as well. The 1-1 Marines are going to tear through Muclis so fast. They don't care about Lings at all. The Banelings, I mean, it doesn't affect too much, but they're going to be killed a little bit faster as they approach the Marines, and it's a really, really nice timing for Smile to hit here.
Yeah, definitely. Smile pushing forward with these Widow Mines, just getting that nice position that really Hunter does not want to move up onto. And he does actually go forward onto that, losing a lot from those Widow Mines, but also the Mule is still reigning free for a little while. The Banelings do not get good hits, though, and these Marines should be able to push all these Mulists back. Now, there's 5 Queens in this little area. If they can all get together very closely, they can transfuse for a while, but it looks like he will lose the space. No Spine Crawlers down. Lings rushing across the map, or actually rushing to the 4th base to try to do something, but it's basically a meat grinder right here. They're getting there and they're dying. But they will finally clean that up. Banshee's still hanging around, but it will be taken out by the Queens.
Oh.
And Smile right now kind of pulling back, but he still has these 3 Widow Mines right there, and I feel like he could actually move him forward and push just a little bit more if he wanted to.
Yeah, maybe a little bit greedy by Smile there. He could have focused down that 3rd base very, very easily. He runs back in. Now it's been transfused, so he's lost his opportunity there, and that's a bit of a shame for him. Oh, big Widow Mine.
Nice Widow Mine
on a lot of the Marines. So
we see
Smile's going to have to take another opportunity to try and take that 3rd base, because he's not going to get it for a little while now. He's going to have to. I think he's going to have to wait for quite a lot of his reinforcements to trickle in before he really makes another concerted push on it.
Yeah, also interesting from Smile, he knows he's kind of taking damage here. He's actually, I think he's going to start pumping out some tanks at least, or maybe Thors. He's getting the tech lab on that factory. I feel like with the very, very heavy Marine, you don't really need to worry. I mean, you need to worry about the Mutalisks, but you're really trying to counter the very large Lings that are coming out. 30 Lings did come out. A nice engagement. Widowmines do get down, and actually both die just barely before they go off. Lings have a full surround onto Smile's units, and there's no pickups into these medevacs. Medevacs boost away, and now just regaining a little bit of his army force. Smile right now is pretty much on the run here, and we have 18 more Lings and four Mutas coming out for Hunta. Not a ton, but definitely he's got a little bit of advantage right here and is pushing strong. We do see a Thor actually coming out for Smile, and I don't know if he necessarily needs that. I mean, he has lost a few engagements because of those Mutas, but with so many Marines, I feel like he's kind of okay.
I mean, yeah, he's doing all right, and he's actually starting his 3-3, keeping pace on those upgrades, staying one ahead of the Zerg for as long as possible, and he's going to be on 3-3 really, really quickly. And obviously, when he secures that, Hunter will not get his 3-3 for a long, long time after Smile has finished his, because he'll have to go up to high to do that, and to go up to high, Smile will have to leave him alone for a bit, and there's no reason for Smile to leave him alone when he has an upgrade advantage, when he has an edge he can push. So I've got to feel a little bit worried for Hunter here. But on the other hand, he's got his 4th base up. He's now on 8 gases of income. There are a lot of units he can make.
I also just like this out of Smile. He definitely needs to take a 4th base, and I like that he's not taking it to the south position of his in-base, because Midas would be able to hit that very quickly, and he would not be able to keep this aggressive stance up that he really needs with these Widow Mines. And yeah, I just like that. That's exactly what he needs. He needs to get his economy back in the game, because he did not take out that hatch, kind of sadly. But we do see a Mutalisk flank coming from the top, but also these the Lings and the Banlings getting some nice concaves, but still, Smile actually preemptively splitting. Some beautiful Widow Mine hits will come out, or actually... very nice.
That was a big one.
Of Hunter's army, and there's not that much left for Smile, but still he actually might have evened it up right there, but because of we do see reinforcements coming from Smile's side of the map. I think he almost might have not evened it up, but the army supplies are much, much more even.
Yeah, that was a really big one. I had definitely turned that in Smile's favor a little bit, but Hunter just kind of has a little bit too much, despite the fact he's been training not quite cost efficiently. He's just, in typical Zerg fashion, has been trading a little bit more because he's got that little bit of extra econ. And then Smile's going to push forwards again now, but the Baneling count was very much deplenished after that engagement. Smile just sort of won it on sheer force of Lings and Mutas, and we'll see whether he can do so again. A big Baneling hit is going to take out a lot of these Mutalists, but this time another round of Banelings being walked in is going to finish things off, and I think Smile's kind of parade pushing a bit too much. I think
going into a meat grinder, you can't keep doing that one by one. They can't do anything. You got to wait until they're all together.
Yeah, group them up, send in the next wave rather than just the slow trickle. And Hunter, of course, his reinforcements do come in waves because he's Zerg and he builds things in big waves. And so
like 14 Lings and 4 Mutas.
Yeah, exactly. It just sort of builds them up and overwhelms Smile's gradual trickle of reinforcements. So yeah, we'll see how it goes on. It's certainly not over by any means, but Smile has now secured his 3-3, and that's going to be a nice advantage for him. Though Hunter is definitely looking nice in terms of just army strength.
This is really looking scary for Hunter, though. He has to pull his entire army back, literally everything but one Widow Mine. It's not even burrowed. But Hunter actually... Yeah. Sorry, I guess Smile. Hunter actually, though, not moving in. I was really expecting a quick movement, but he looks like he will take this medevac. Now, I was waiting for a really long time for Hunter to hit the top right-hand corner with those Mutalisks. I feel like he's been maybe not quite moving them out enough. What do you think about just his Mutalisks? Because now he kind of is out on the field, but I felt like they were holding back for a very long time.
Yeah, well, again, for the longest time, Smile had been doing that kind of parade push, and the Mutalisks are really great or really useful to have to defend that sort of thing, because they're very nice at killing off small groups of units one-on-one, and then having a break and then killing off the next one, because they've got that regen. Whilst they don't deal particularly well with 30 Marines, you'll probably lose a lot of Mutalisks to 30 Marines. You probably won't lose any Mutalisks to one Marine 30 times over. So I'm saying it's like it comes in one by one, you one-shot it, take like 6 points of damage on one mucilus, and then you heal it off, and it ain't no thing. So now he's actually being able to put the hurt on Smile, and he's doing a fantastic job of it, just killing missile targets all over the shop, forcing SCV pulls, killing SCVs, and this is all because Smile's not putting the pressure on him. I feel like Smile needs to kind of get back to that, but he's starting to build up a really nice army now.
I feel like he was really trying to put the pressure on her. He's doing well. Amnito's actually getting some nice Widowmine kills right there. But I feel like he was trying to put the pressure on, but he got set back and he was kind of waiting. He was a little bit in a scary position where he didn't know if Hunta was going to move in and just slaughter him right there. And so he's very, very much, he's waiting, and now he does have that very nice army up. Amnito's are engaging from the right-hand side. And by the way, when they hit the top right-hand corner, he literally lost 0 Amnitos versus three of them. Thor being pulled back actually really nicely by the medevac, not actually being dropped. So many Banelings getting such huge hits. All the missile turrets have been canceled. Actually, never mind, take the back. One has been canceled. Amnito's still working on it. I'm really curious to actually know how many Banelings were in that battle, because so many down. 50 Lings reinforcing with, but that was like, I mean, that was a good 40 Banelings at least.
That was a huge number of Banelings, and Smile survived that. He didn't have, like, he didn't have any Widowmines or tanks or anything burrowed there. He just purely split against them. It was like, no, you're engaging off creep. What are you doing? And now he just played really nicely, cost efficiently, and all that work that Hunter done into getting back up to a cost efficient engagement in Mucilus, all gone. And
but the army pretty dead.
He manages to push Smile off again with his Remax and a bunch of Lings and versus Marauders, pretty nice. But yeah, this is pretty bad for Smile though.
Yeah, a lot of these mid is actually going down though, but I feel like we're seeing what we saw in Hunta versus Spear. Hunta just keeps getting really nice unit positions and has great just control over. Actually, it's not really micro, but it's just good control over his army and where he wants them to go. When they do that so well, getting very nice surrounds. Smile keeps kind of pushing forward and getting advantage and getting pushed back. It looks like actually the last of Smile army will be taking out a large Meta cloud of, it looks like 24, 25 Metas is moving in and just doing a lot of damage right here. And moving forward, right now just dealing with those instances of saying just meat grinder again, taking out whatever they want. Nothing can quite get in there, just keep getting destroyed, and looks like they're going to go for the fourth. I think he really sniped whatever he wants right now in this position. Just going and
I mean, he was kind of over the production now, but a little bit spicy to give up his position over that production where he can just snipe things as they come out, as we were talking about before. A Mucilus is very, very good at taking out small groups of units and then skirmishing, basically. Going in, healing up, going back out again. But Hunter has actually... Ooh, nice little Widowmine hit. Hunter has made this very, very back and forth, especially considering he's been trading on a upgrade disadvantage. His hive is now halfway done, and when that finishes, he'll be pretty close to... no more detection. When that finishes, he'll be pretty close to getting his own 3-3, and then I think things will look very, very dangerous for Smile.
This command center might be the perfect bait. Keep moving. Oh,
it's dead. It's just dead.
I wanted to see him bait him into that. We do see Smile though pushing forward on the left-hand side of the map, trying to clear up some creep, and he's really nicely holding on to this base, which I really think should have been taken out, but he's still got it going. Currently, income-wise, we do see Hunta just a little bit ahead, but actually, wow, Hunta at 71 drones to Smile's 30.
Yeah, this is all the damage Hunter has done with his Mucilus, and he's got a huge Mucilus flock now. I mean, you saw it's incredibly threatening even to command centers, to medium-sized groups in Marine. Now it can very comfortably fight. It'll just one-shot missile targets. It doesn't really care. So this is looking a little bit dangerous to Smile. Smile's army is all across the map. Hunter moves in, he snipes a few units, and at this stage, Hunter also has a lot of Banelings at home. It's going to be a tough one for Smile.
That most definitely will be very tough, especially when you're engaging in not really a choke point, but when there's a lot more room for Concave on the other side. Muta's just picking off these Marines, but they want to be so careful not to move into the 4 Widow Mines would decimate that cloud if they move into there. There is 30 more Lings on the way. That hatch will be taken out. I really would like to see, yeah, Smile pick up and actually move into the right, but as he does that, Widow Mines are out of place. All the Banelings moving, but they're, Widow Mine, Widow Mine shots did not go off as I expected, and Banelings detonate on top of them and pushing back, and I kind of that's it right now for Smile. He does not have that much left, but those Widow Mines actually, if those would have went off on that army, that like, for a second I just thought the army was gone.
Yeah, well, Hunter did move forward a little bit with the Lings to try and bait them out, but GG, and Hunter is going to take a 1-0 lead, and okay, guys, welcome back to Secret Spring. It's going to meet map number 2 between these two players, and hoping it's going to be the last map as well. Is Yellow's down the bottom left-hand corner, because if it is, we will be advancing on to the round of 8, joining Spear and finishing in the money. It is from Infinity Protein, Hunta.
And his opponent in the top right-hand corner of Secret Springs, currently down 1 game, playing for my insanity. It is Smile. Ooh. Nothing too crazy out of either of these players. I feel like playing pretty much what you'd expect out of this map. Just again, we've seen some really cool things, and in some other games I've casted without you, I've seen some really cool things out of anybody on this map, just to do with the rocks or taking out any rocks. So I'm really curious to see if we're going to see something out of Hunta, definitely with his cool plays, or out of Smile.
Yeah, I think I agree, but I mean, last time the only game Smile actually took against Hunter was on Catalina, which is
heavily Terran favored.
Yeah, it's pretty Terran flavored.
That's what I
One
always
day
say.
I'll stop saying that. Pretty Terran favored map, but I mean, Secret Springs shares some characteristics with Catalina in that regard. It's difficult to take. It's a little bit difficult to take a 3rd. It's super difficult to take a 4th. And Reapers they're okay on Secret Spring. They're not like Catalina good, but they're pretty okay.
Yeah.
So
Lings up perfectly though. Doesn't lose anything.
Yeah. I think that's actually one of the first times we've seen this game. I didn't pay attention to Hunter's builds, but I think he must have got his pool a little faster, because like the standard 15 hatch 16 pool, I don't think gets Lings out in time for a Reaper on Secret Spring, because Secret Spring has a stupidly short rush distance.
He did like 13. I mean, it was strange because he actually got his hatch out pretty quickly. It was not a pool before hatch. It was like a I mean, it was just a very early pool before hatch. He actually will catch 1 Reaper, and 2 Queens are already ready. Metabolic boost at about 2/3 of the way done, but these Queens should be able to deal with them without metabolic boost for now. And to boot, Hunta does have a nicely placed Overlord in the back base of Smile, and one in the top left-hand corner. Or in the top left-hand corner of Smile's base. So I mean, he's really prepared. He's getting ready, and he's prepared for this mid-game, or not mid-game, but prepared for the game to start. Nothing crazy has kind of thrown him off yet.
Yeah, not yet at any rate, but
I mean, out of since he is down 1 game, you may expect something a little bit gimmicky, or not even gimmicky, but just rushy from Smile, which we're not really seeing. And I just meant like he's set up, and they both kind of go into the game like neither of us are doing something crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. Smile doesn't really strike me as that kind of a crazy gimmicky player. He's played in a very standard style.
Yeah.
In pretty much all his games so far. Almost always pretty fast onto the 3cc, and it looks like that's a trend he's going to be following through, just finishing up his 3rd-cc now at the 6-minute 30 mark. So that's a really early 3rd-cc. I think he's going to have more difficulty floating it out and actually like mining with it on Secret Spring than he did on any of the other maps he played today.
I actually think he's going to have a decent time, because we do see Hunta breaking down the rocks. So unless Hunta goes for, like we've seen in a couple of other previous games, go for the top or go for the bottom rocks, not in the previous games tonight, unless we see something like that, I mean, I feel like he's actually going to be able to float it out and be okay, but he cannot allow the scout to go off. Lings will be destroyed. That's perfect. This is exactly what Smile wants. And I don't think Hunta does not know that third CC is down and really doesn't have that much vision of the base. And this is actually, I'm feeling like this is going to go pretty well for Smile.
Yeah. I think it's too early to call one way or the other 100%, but he's looking at a decent position so far. Hunter is getting his own third base up as well, and of course he'll start mining from that pretty much as soon as it's finished. But now, Smile can actually start putting on drops. Hunter, of course, can't actually move across his opponent's side of the map because he's broken down the rocks. And, I mean, Terran has medevac, so Hunter is very much taking a defensive stance. I mean, there's pretty much no more defensive stance than breaking down the rocks on Secret Spring and trying to take an expansion against a race who can move pretty much all their units off around the map with one of their basic army.
Yeah. He's also getting double Evo chamber
down there.
Yeah, he's also getting double Evo chamber, which is not too strange, but it's a little bit early for double Evo chamber. I feel like generally you have your not a lot of your army, but generally you get that maybe around the 10-11 minute mark in this situation. But he has broken the rocks down, so I agree. I feel like you generally get it like a minute or two later.
Maybe. I actually would have said it was a little late and you'd normally get it earlier, because typically like you go for really fast Evos in ZVT, or you go for really fast upgrades in ZVT and the Zerg is always ahead, but Hunter's actually a little bit behind, so I actually think Hunter's got them a little late and Smile's got his a little early. Oh no, actually, I think Smile's just gotten double eBay rather than single eBay and then adding on a second one and an armory.
Yeah, I agree with you actually for that. Smile trying to make something happen, but is a little bit too late to make anything really happen right here, especially with 5 queens, and nothing's gonna happen right there. Hellions were working on the rocks for a while, but actually pull back. And so far, Smile does not know what is up in his opponent's base. And there is Spire, double Evo, and so this is not looking too scary for Smile yet, but definitely he's playing a little bit blindly at the moment.
Yeah, both players are to an extent. In fact, Hunter is playing almost completely blindly. He's barely seen anything. Smile likewise. Both players are actually, there's almost nothing they've seen other than the units that are sort of defending their territory. Right now, though, Hunter's going to get his first big scout of the game. Oh no, he's not even going to do that. The Overlord does get pushed away. So. I think that's an Overseer actually, judging by how fast it's moving on the minimap.
He does have he has Overlord speed actually.
Yeah. So I mean he sees a factory and a bunch of barracks, so he knows he's playing against Bio, but not much other than that.
This is perfect for Hunta actually. I love that. Even though Smile got the third expansion, he's still got the creep down on that third base and just deny it again. He's already on third base, and Hunta is already on 3 bases, and everything is completely saturated now. So he's really he's prepared to start getting his units out. He's getting Baneling speed 1/1, getting Zerg fly attack. So I mean, he's doing this pretty much standard ZVT in the moment against Bio, getting his meters out, but it's looking really, really good for him just because he's been allowed. There hasn't been any little pokes early on that you normally see from the Terran player, either with Hellions or with Marines, because he's just kind of denied it. And so it's looking really, really good for Hunta in this position, even though there is actually a drop on the right-hand side, or bottom right-hand corner.
Yeah, it's so far pretty much, yeah. But as you say, that drop is going to be coming a spot. Hunta will spot it with a couple of his Overlords just about now. And Secret Spring's a tiny map. The army shouldn't be too far out of position. He's actually not reacting to it though, so Smile's going to get a good chance to unload, and with a couple Widowmines and a Hellbat in this drop, now Hellbat, this is going to be pretty resilient against the Lings that Hunter's likely to send to try and take out.
He was not reacting to it because he sees the army at the top. By the way, he had a nicely placed lane.
Oh, nice.
So he was kind of preparing for that attack. He's kind of preparing for the double pronged, where he jukes one way and then his opponent goes the other way. Or I guess that is the definition of a juke, but he jukes one way. We do see combat shields about 30 seconds away, though. I'd love to see him wait until that finishes because there was a lot of banelings. Not a ton, but still it'd be a lot nicer to have combat shields for now. And just being very careful right now, Smile, not moving in yet, getting a decent concave. And just waiting. He really thinks that Hunta's going to move out into him, but actually no, going up into that fourth base and trying to snipe it. And I'm kind of curious if Hunta will start moving up with these Mutalisks. Bailing's the left-hand side, going for the majority of the bio. Actually will do some decent shots, but there's so many Marines here for Smile actually going to take out all these Mutalisks in the fourth base will go down. There is 5 Mutalisks on the way, but not a ton. Actually, these Lings will reinforce, and I'm actually a little bit worried for Hunta right now.
Yeah, for Hunta, Smile's been doing some really good damage, and cleaning up those that drop is really nice. But fourth base got taken out. Smile is still not done, and GG. All right, too right. Smile evens up the score 1-1.
Hello and welcome to the last game of the night. Currently 1-1. In the 4 o'clock position on Catalina, Infinity Pros Hunta.
Oh, yes. And his opponent is going to be this pink little fella spawning over here in the left-hand corner of Catalina. And he is going to be the Terran from My Insanity, Smile.
You said that so like, Smile! Come on, Smile!
I feel like I was trying to do it in an impression of an American person impersonating a British accent. And I'm not sure what I'm doing now.
I think you're actually hitting it quite on the mark. I like legit as you say that and I hear it, I'm like that is definitely an American person trying to be English right there, you know. Can't say that I've ever tried that. Wink, wink. All right,
that would be racist.
Yeah, I mean it'd be so racist. Good job, kid, as Trigonal always says his American accent is. Good job, kid. But yes, seeing out of Hunta. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just gonna say I'm not good at accents at all in general.
I'm just filling in time with what we're seeing out of Hunta, man. We see. Pool before hatch, so you know, he's feeling confident, and I think Trig and I were both kind of in between games saying we kind of felt like Hunta may have a little bit of advantage in this series, and so I'm feeling like he's feeling confident though. He's definitely feeling confident.
I think so. I think he's definitely got something in mind with this pool faction. It's going to be a really fast link speed, which I'm not at all surprised by. But still no kind of move towards a natural. So I kind of think he's looking to try and basically deny Smile's natural. Hopefully even get a cancel. But if Smile can scout this, he'll just build his natural on the high ground, and there'll be basically nothing Hunter can do. Or like we saw it a lot out of Spear, just going 1 or 2 Reapers, because I mean we have 4 Lings coming out. Reaper will be here when it gets down. If he gets a second Reaper up, and like you're saying, makes a third or makes his natural in the main, I mean he can kite them with the Splight Eagle up and then just follow them back home. So it'll be interesting whether he sends out the Reaper earlier on. But we do see a factory coming out for Smile. So essentially, playing standard and not going crazy, or not that's not the word I'm looking for. Not doing some sort of early bio push. Yeah, nothing too crazy. And we see Smile.
2 Reapers already. He's just gonna
build that CC on the high ground, and there shouldn't really be anything that these speedlings for Hunter can do other than maybe delay the CC landing for a little bit. But
yeah,
I mean, that really just means that the mules get dropped in the main, and the main runs out a little bit faster, but the nat runs out a little bit slower. So it's not that big of a deal. So let's see.
Lings do have speed, but they can't do anything about the Reapers. What's so good about the Reapers is if your opponent is just kind of hanging out right there and just mocking you a little bit, like, hey, I'm right here, you can just send those Reapers in and deal with them and then get back right out. Hunta only sending enough guys in to get speed. I mean, not deal with them, but I mean, you can send them in just to push them out. It's not the annoying thing where you see the Lings sitting right there, but you can't actually move out yet.
Yeah. I would have liked to see Hunter leave his Overlord looking at Smile's ramp a little bit, so he could see when the barracks and factory are about to switch around, and just be like YOLO into the main base, and suddenly, whoops, you shouldn't have swapped those rounds. I've got Lings in your mineral line now.
Does the British speak YOLO?
You only YOLO once.
Okay, never mind. All right. So yeah, I agree. I think that would have been a lot better of a decision. And it's always a kind of funny thing. Well, Smile can pump out one Marine like he actually just did. I was going to say, but you never see them do that. As I get contradicted as he pumps out the one Marine. Actually, no, just doing more Marines, going to the bio play. So what? Out of Hunta, we've seen him play this pretty much almost every single game, going into these 3 bases and going into very, very completely standard Mutalisk Ling play. And out of Hunta, do you think that works well on this map? I kind of think it does, just because of at least just the map, but just in general.
I think bio is a good composition for Zerg. It's kind of difficult to play anything other than bio as Zerg. Just because of the mechanics of the race and how all their units are biological.
I meant for the I was like, I hope you realized I meant for the composition and not for my stutter.
I think the Mutiling Bane is a good decision on Catalina, because mech, I feel, is, as we discussed a little bit before, not quite as good as bio, and I'm pretty sure that Smile will be going for bio. I think Hunter agrees. However, what we actually see looks more like Blue Flame Hellbats, I think. So, sorry, Blue Flame Hellions even right now. Could be Hellbats as well.
Not going up to a second gas yet. Probably will very soon. If he does do that, I'm sure it will be Hellions, but not quite yet. Also, just to kind of come off of that question, at least for this map, the architecture, I feel like Hunta definitely does have a little bit of advantage, but at the same time, I feel like Smile does, because he can expand away from his opponent, and in a long, maybe not mech swarm host, but definitely just this Hellion style play, can get pretty long. It's really important to have your 3rd base and your 4th base, and I think you can have a little bit easier time defending that as Smile.
Yeah, but I mean, if we think back to the first game they played in this map, Hunter really kind of fell apart as Smile denied 4th bases, and and that's kind of how that went. This time, Smile's taking a lot more of an aggressive stance. He's going to have Blue Flame finished up pretty soon. He's already got enough Hellions that he can really threaten these Queens very effectively, especially given the couple of Reapers that come along with them. This is a lot of Hellions, 15 Hellions. He's nearly enough to one-shot Queens, and he's going to burn through them so fast. I think a couple of Spinecrawlers would not go awry here. And Blue Flame is how many seconds away? 10 seconds away, and he's going to try and circle around, and he will annihilate any drone lines he gets anywhere near.
Yeah, they will be at 19 attack versus light. So essentially that's 2 shots, and you got just about 2 shots, then he'll be out. For any of these drones, they will be engaging. Some nice injects are going down, but there's no spine crawlers. I'd love to see a couple spine crawlers. And actually, the army of Hunta not moving forward, because he knows it's going to be slaughtered if he does push forward out of there. And these Queens surviving for a lot longer than I was expecting them to, but they're going to very gradually go down now, actually quite quickly, if he lets them stay there for too longer, because there's no transfuses. Then Hunta's saying, you know what, I'm going to try to intercept you halfway through. I'm just going for the base, because all your units are out. But I have a feeling he may get squashed between 9 Hellions and...
Oh, no!
Nice bait. Whoa! The entire thing locked off, and Hunta's looking great. I take this back. Hunta's looking great.
Yeah, Smile's kind of... He just stopped controlling there. And, I mean, he's going to be okay with this, because Blue Flame Hellbats, or Blue Flame Hellions, are so good on Lings. But, yeah, I mean, that's not the sort of thing that should happen. 20 Hellions have been lost right now for Smile. And... I'm pretty sure,
it's the 12-minute mark. 20 Hellions. That's intense.
At least like half of at least about half of them were just there, where Hunter was like, oh well, you know, those banelings that you're kiting away from and firing down, they're just gonna run at you in a futile attempt to get some damage off. And then he was surprised and overjoyed to find that Smile wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, he definitely was trying to get a last-ditch, not a last-ditch effort, but just trying to get in there like, please, something work. I need to make something happen right here. It looks like 3 mutas will engage into the third of Smile. It's just barely going up now. It looks like they will take out the missile turret, but on the left-hand side of the map, it will be a lot of Hellions actually coming in for this. How many exactly? 14 Hellions are moving in. A couple mutas here, which should be a little bit of deterrent, but they should be actually fine to move them in the main. Pulling back, these blue flame Hellions literally just destroy all those lings. I think they can take them out in 3 shots. That was good 20-30 lings right there.
Yeah, I mean, blue flame Hellions are really good on light units, and these drones are light units, but
the third picked off, though.
Are good on things that don't shoot up, and yeah, the third has been evacuated, but I don't know. It's tough. Smile really wanted to get much more damage done with the blue flame Hellions. I feel Hunter, he defended them really, really well, in part through just having a lot of queens, and in part through, I think, a couple of Smile's mistakes. Damn, that missile top was close.
Yeah, also just to boot, if you look on the right-hand side of the map, just how many overlords he has. Really, Hunta's been saying he did a lot of early economic damage to me, or not a lot, but he did definitely deliver. Oh, he does not want to get to the stores. He did early economic damage. He's trying to make sure nothing more will come, and getting some nice vision up the right-hand side of the map.
Yeah, I think we're going to see this this kind of swarm host transition style out of Hunter. Oh no,
Roach
actually,
speed though.
I think.
Yeah,
I think it's just he's just kind of. It's confusing. Smile's acting a little confusingly because he's got a bunch of factories now and is producing a lot of Thors. So I think Hunter's maybe thinking there's a mech transition on the way. Mm-hmm. Or maybe he's just thinking, roaches are good, I'm going to build a load of roaches, because that's exactly what he's doing. Right. And he's not wrong, roaches are good.
48 SCVs being transferred into the third. He's literally, Hunter's denied the third so long that Smile's macro just, okay, keep making SCVs, has provided 48 right there. Or actually, pulled, oh wait, never mind, my bad. I selected them when they were still in the natural, only 24. I was really like psyched out right there. I'm like, dang, it's so many.
That sounds a little bit more realistic.
Yeah, no, I selected them when they were in the natural, so they were all together, including the ones in the natural.
Cool.
Overlord speed coming on too. Nice.
Yeah, overlord speed is great, especially when your opponent is going things that have cloak or borrow, like Widowmine. And yeah, now Hunter's gonna move in again. He's got quite a few banelings. He's got a lot of roaches, and there's
quite a few catch these Thors in a bad position.
Yeah. But the Mutalists are gonna tank for these roaches against the Thors, because of course the targeting priority just goes straight for those Mutalists. They're not that valuable as part of the competition. Now the roaches, the banelings, just bust straight through this natural ramp. They're going to take out the tanks. They're going to get exactly on top of everything as it comes in. These Hellions and Hell are just going to roast away the lings, reinforcing lings with no problem. But I mean,
still, the Hellbats are not doing
anything. There's a bunch of roaches in your natural.
Yeah, Roaches just decimating the Thor forces right now, literally just doing so well. SCV's desperately trying to heal these Thors, but there's only 2 Thors left, and I mean, there's 2 more siege tanks, and then off the back of this, though, Baneling speed and 6 Ultralisk. If this is even pushed back, the Ultralisk will just pound away at Smile. He does have a siege tank. He's kind of a desperate moment where he really needs to hold on. Now, he does still have 24 in his third. SCV's mining, but so far he has lost 37 workers. Attempting to noodle up right here, Smile's desperately trying to get into the game, and I'm curious if we're going to see out of Hunta sending the Ultralisk right over right as they pop, or just waiting a little while and then coming up for just a huge endgame attack.
I think they can come over pretty much as soon as they pop, because I mean that wave did a solid bit of damage. 36 army supply right now for Smile, but Hunter, he's at 107. He's over 100 supply ahead of his opponent. Just under 100 supply ahead of his opponent.
43 to 77 drones.
Yeah,
it's an intense macro on this map.
It's the drones, it's the army supply, and now the Ultralisks walk in. They wander over to this base. They're going to slice and dice away everything and anything they can find. GG, says Smile, and Hunter will advance onwards to the round of 8. Huge congratulations to him. And, of course, also to our other advancee, Spear.